So if you want to cut your diabetes risk, you have to go light on carbs, but you also might have to go light on light at night. This comes from a study from Flinders University where they studied 85,000 subjects which were part of the UK Biobank, and they gave them light sensors which these subjects wore on their dominant wrist for a period of 1 week. They monitored the light that they were exposed to specifically between the hours of 12:30 and 6 a.m. and found that those who had increased light exposure while they were studied over the next 9 years had a higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes mellitus. And those who had shift work were also exposed to this risk. Now, while this study seems to be quite robust, I must confess that when I read through the study, I found a number of confounding variables. For example, what was the light exposure prior to this 1 week and after this 1 week? And what were the other confounding variables which they seem to have adjusted for, which could have had an influence in the 9 years after when the subjects were being studied. So I would take this with a pinch of salt, but maybe you should be conscious about being exposed to too much light at night, because one is it will disrupt your circadian rhythm, and it might also increase your risk of developing type 2 diabetes.